Hi, my name is Xochitl Lopez. Well, when I started working as a teacher 6 years ago, was difficult for me because I was lost. I felt an emptiness in me. The school context was really difficult. My students' knowledge was bad, even in their mother tongue. They they didn't know how to write and read. I haven't a space for my material, for my classes, because I have 2 or 3 grades in the same classroom. I was attending first, second, and third grade in the same classroom. So I couldn't play or sing or do any kinds or games because I can interrupt the class. So beside that, my little students were rude. So I have a problem trying to adapt myself to that school. Even the classroom teachers were difficult people. My principal also. But with the time, I changed a lot of stuff. In this unit, we mentioned some of those issues. In some schools, we know that they don't have the equipped classrooms. They don't have a limited number of students. We know that we have like 40 students in one classroom. So what I learned is at the end of the day, or whatever the context of the school or my students are, I need to change. I need to improve myself. We know that in some schools they have their own space. They have just a few numbers of students, just limited classrooms. And we also, the most important, we know that they are there by choice. They want to learn English. And in our classrooms, the thing is different. Well, at that time, I didn't know what I was doing. But what I did was I tried to change my activities. I learned how to prepare a class. I find out activities to catch their attention and especially to motivate them. To motivate them to take my class, and not only to take my class, I motivate them to learn in my class. I try to change their minds. I said, this is not the play hour. This is not the game hour. This is not the free hour. This is our English class, and you're going to learn something new and different, and you're going to enjoy it. So I didn't know that I didn't know that I was using learning strategies. I didn't know that I learned how to see the difference in my students and catch their styles. I was being creative. I was adapting my lessons to my school, to my students and my school context. So all this that we saw in this unit is what I did when I was in the past. And now I know that I'm doing it right now. So I know that sounds great, but wasn't easy. Teachers need to be aware about their students' different learning styles. That's very, very important. And also about their needs and interests. Those things are the key to catch their attention, to create a motivation for them. That's why we as teachers, we need to be aware of that, about the atmosphere that we are creating for them, and that we need to implement attractive activities for them. It's not an easy job, I know, but I learned that it's not impossible either. If our school's classrooms doesn't, well, if my school classroom doesn't have the structure or the material for our teaching, I'm going to create it. I'm going to look what I need to create my English language atmosphere and catch my children in that atmosphere. We need to create them. We need to make them look, or we need to make them feel secure. We need to make them feel like relaxed in our atmosphere. Teachers need to have confidence when are teaching. That's why we need to know all this. Sometimes we try to do it and we learn it with experience, but now in this unit, we're learning with basis. We saw it, we read it, and now we know that we need to apply all this knowledge, and now we know how to call them, because sometimes you did the action, but you don't know how to call them. I just said, oh, it's because one of my students is learning because he's watching the image on in the back, or I didn't know that his learning style was a visual. So now I know that I have a lot of learning strategies. We have a lot of learning styles, and when we are having classes like this and units like this, you are learning how to improve yourself and your teaching work. Thank you. Have a good day.